Alright, so on today's video I will be redoing my Honda HR-V oil change video. Apparently I did a lot of things wrong. First, not using jack and jack stands, or I'm sorry, the jack stand. I have them, I have ramps too, but you know, whatever. So I'll be using those. This time around we won't be using an OEM filter, just because this is kind of like an emergency oil change. Just because, like, pretty much I've been so busy. I work 7 days a week, so I haven't had time to give this car proper maintenance. So you know, oil changes, it's just like when I get off of work, I get home, I just want to hang out. I don't really want to do anything else. And you know, I just had a baby, so I just want to hang out with the baby, and that's it. Well, we're at negative 170 miles on the oil change meter, on the oil change reminder, so you know, that's pretty bad. So I decided, hey, you know what, today I'm gonna have to go ahead and just do it. It's supposed to rain really hard. You can't really tell in the video probably, but it's supposed to be dark and gray and really rainy today, so you know, we have that taken into consideration. So I'm gonna try to do this real quick. If you need a proper step-by-step installation, go ahead and watch my other video. Here I'll just do the quick points on what I do. So first thing, I'm gonna go ahead and lift the hood, and we will prop it up, of course. Alright, so the first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and open the oil cap, just to let the oil flow better once I take out the drain plug at the bottom. I did just drive this car, so it is pretty warm. Alright, next thing you want to do is you pretty much want to go ahead and move the jack, get it up on the jack and the jack stand. Remember, please use the jack stand. You don't want to crush yourself and die from this extremely low vehicle. So you could basically do this without a jack and a jack stand, like I said in my previous video. It's just you know, I was doing it for video's sake, but you know, people gonna be people. Complain. Everybody wants to find something to complain about, but we're gonna go ahead and get this on the jack stand. Alright, so now that it's up on the jack stand, I'm gonna go ahead. I went ahead and put the jack here, just so it can support it. There's not really too much weight on it, just pretty much just like barely touching the car. So just in case for some reason the jack stand fails, the jack will go up. Alright, so now maybe a little dark here, but basically there's a bunch of clips. So you need a flathead and a screwdriver. So what you're gonna need here is screwdrivers, a screwdriver and a flathead to take off the clips, unless you have a clip remover. But yeah, just go ahead and get a screwdriver. We're gonna go ahead and unscrew all of them. Here's the oil filters. Here's the drain plug. I always like to take out the oil filter, just in case, to make sure that it's the right one before you actually like put on the one you got. And for this, I'm gonna be a vagina and I'm gonna use gloves, because like I said, I just finished driving this car. It's fucking hot. Okay. Of course. Alright, there we go. It's not a big deal that it doesn't come out by hand. Like, you hand tighten it, but you know, because it gets hot and stuff. let that stream out. It's fucking hot. It's really dark, really black. It's not a good sign. I'm gonna spray this with some cleaner. Just so it'll be clean and won't dirty up my fabric glove. Alright, so yeah, so the oil filter came out. If you're going to use an OEM filter, there are a couple variations that I keep reading, that this filter changed to this one and then that, blah blah blah. Doesn't tell me exactly what the part number is on here. I do have part number right here, kind of A5262-4, but I know that's not the right part number that Honda uses. I use these pliers, just remember I just use the oil filter pliers just to take the oil filter off. I don't use it to like tighten it up because it does damage the oil filter. And since this one's coming out, well, I don't need to save it. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and clean up the area a little bit with some cleaner, with some brake cleaner. Get it all nice and clean. And then we are going to go ahead and test fit the Mobil 1 filter. So we're going to go ahead and test fit this Mobil 1 oil filter. Fits on perfect. I knew it would because it's the same filters that are in my Civic that I used to have, and I used to use the same filters. So anyways, yes, just hand tighten these. I need to over tighten. That's hot. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and drain the oil, the fun part. So you're going to go ahead and remove that one. That I think is a 17. There we go. It's a 17. Alright, so here, the fun part, you're going to go ahead and unscrew it while pushing it at the same time. Make sure you get your bucket ready. Well, the second camera is getting that. Okay, so you're going to unscrew. Okay, so it's starting to drip. So ready. I'm at a weird angle. Ready, set. Oh shit. Got my glove a little dirty. Fuck it. Drain plug got lost inside. That's cool. The reason I take off the oil cap at the top is because well, for this reason, just so you get better flow coming out. You see how it's coming out like that, steady stream, and it's not like chugging or anything like that. It's a healthy flow. So we're just gonna let that drain out for a minute or two or whatever, and it's really dark, so we're just gonna let that drain out, and we'll go ahead and get back to putting everything back together. Much because I got the bolt out, I went ahead and cleaned it with some brake cleaner, pulled off the old crush washer that was off of it, and put in a new one. This one is a OEM. This is a generic auto parts one. This one, the center is a little bit smaller, like half a millimeter or whatever. This generic one will fit, but I was just saying you have to center it a little bit. I just center it for peace of mind. You can just put it on however, it's still gonna seal. So let's go ahead and put this back in. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put the drain bolt back in. I do it by hand first. And then before I tighten it up, I just clean up the area a little bit. And then you grab your ratchets and you tighten it. Just a small amount, you don't have to over tighten it or anything like that. And that's all. So we're gonna pull this away. Alright, and before you put the car back down, fill it up with oil. Last video I used Mobil 1. This time we're using Castrol Edge 0W20. I don't know, I like the Castrol brand better, I guess you could say. Car only needs 4 quarts. So we shall put in only 4 quarts. That low spill pour though. Once we level out the car and everything, we'll check the oil. I still have 2 more quarts over there, so no problem. Here, just a small leak right there, and that's just because that's the stuff that I spilled when I was pouring it. Yeah, just right there. That's okay, we'll clean that up. That's just AC, and this is a little bit from the drain plug, which is no big deal. So yeah, all we have to do is now just go ahead and put on that cover back, and then level it out, check the oil, and then bam, we're good. Oh yeah, we got to reset the light, which I guess I can show y'all guys again. Like I said, if y'all want a more detailed video on how to change the oil on this car, go ahead and check out my first video. Don't complain about the jack stands. I have jack stands now. Ding ding ding, they're right there. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and reinstall the cover and put this back together. Don't be intimidated by new cars just because, you know, there's plastic covers and stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and reset the light actually. So as I've said before, put in the key. As you can see, negative 172 miles. Neglected that. Go to the service thing. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so go to the service thing there. Press this button here, and press that to go to the service thing. Then go ahead and push it and hold it down for, I don't know, 10 seconds. It might be the longest 10 seconds of your life. Then it's going to go ahead and start flashing. Let it go. Push it again. Hold it down for another 10 seconds. And there you go. It's 100%. So yeah. Alright. Now let's start the car. Oof. That was a dry start. When the car started, it kind of made like a little valve ticking noise. Yeah, so it made a little valve ticking noise as a dry start because the car is still kind of lopsided, so the oil had to kind of mix around with the pump so it can get sucked up. So I don't know, hopefully that doesn't do any damage, but in any case, yeah, so the oil change is done, and you could just level off your car, check your oil level, and then yeah, that's it. So that was my redo of the oil change video with safety. So there's that. But any other questions, comments, and yeah, so have a good one.